Hello everyone, welcome to my second review. Get it? Second? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. Oh boy, this game gives me the best type of, Eggman. Yeah. So, well, first off, what the heck is this thing? This fox is named Tails. He has two tails and he can fly with them. His real name is Miles Prower, but from the Sonic cartoon, we all know him as Tails because, well, Sonic gave him that name. If you haven't watched the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, go watch that if you want to know everything about Tails, or just read the instruction manual. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has very good graphics. I think I say it's one of the beautifulest games in the Genesis. Now, this game you're introduced to two-player. You can either do versus or one-player. One player is basically the story mode. Two-player versus is basically just versing each other on a track. Anyway, so now that's over with. Yeah, the story is basically Dr. Robotnik landed on South Island, where now the legend says there are now 7 Chaos Emeralds. I know I said there were 7 last time, but I meant 6. Where Sonic flies on his plane to go check it out. Tails, there's this fox named Tails who thinks Sonic's the bee's knees, and he helps him on his journey. So, yeah, it's basically this game's story. It's not very much, and then Sonic and Tails go through 8 different zones and defeat Dr. Robotnik. It's not very many. I think there were 6, I can't remember. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is very cool. I like it. So, if you get one player, options, blah, blah, blah. There's an option screen. You can do Sonic alone or Sonic and Tails. Or Tails alone, you can actually just play as Tails. But Emerald Hill Zone is the first zone of this game. It's basically Green Hill Zone, but way more trippy. But yeah, it's actually pretty nice. So you got your score, your time, and your rings. It's just like the same game. It's got the same exact sprites for Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. The next zone is, well, you're basically Sonic 2's main zone, Chemical Plant Zone. Chemical Plant Zone isn't actually that best. It's basically more of a machine level, kind of, as you can see, more of a machine level. Also, the spin dash is in this game, so it's kind of like the down B move in Sonic 1. But yeah, it's actually basically it for Chemical Plant. It's more of a machine level, and it's got water. Ugh, there's going to be a lot of water in this game. Ooh, I can't wait. Well, the next zone isn't actually too hard. I just didn't show in the boss battle, so that's nice. Anyway, so you get another capsule, blah 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 poopy fart, blah 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 blah. So now the next room is Aquatic Ruin Zone. It's more of like a temple-y area. Kind of like the Lost Zone and I can't remember what it's called, Lost Something Zone in Sonic Adventure, but it's more 2D and the fact that it's, well, that's really it actually. It's just Sonic running around, a little bit of water, it's very fast. And yeah, not much else to say. On to the next zone. So the next zone isn't actually too bad. It's more of like a carnival theme thing. Oh my god, I hate it when I end up like going to these things. The next zone is actually more of a carnival themed. It's called Casino Night Zone. It's more of a carnival, and you can see that in the background. Ah, crud, the thing's buffering. Alright, whatever. While we're slowly buffering while I'm showing you this, it's more of like a pinball-y area. I think if you pre-ordered Sonic Generations, you got this as a pinball game. Yeah, there is a pinball in this. I think the boss is pinball too. I can't remember. But still, yeah, this is Casino Night Zone. Balloons and happy joy fun time. Yay! The next zone is Hilltop Zone, where, well, Hilltop Zone actually it's more of a green hilly zone, I say. And it's got these thingies where you just ride on them, and I don't know, and it's got lava in it. Great. It's got lava. Basically, the only thing you can really get hit here. They got a little bit of annoying spikes and badniks here, but yeah, that's kind of it actually. Hilltop Zone, and they also have these things from Sonic 1, where if you jumped on one side, the other side went up kind of like a seesaw. But yeah, not too much to say about this level. Happy Toy Fun Time Green Hill remake. For the second time. So the next zone is Mystic Cave Zone. Need to play the video. And Sonic. So Mystic Cave Zone is more of a cavey zone. Some people say it's like a mine or something, but I give it more of a scrap brainy feel for some awkward reason. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's buffering again. All right, there we go. Non-stop buffering. It's not very much in it. I mean, there's caves and vines and caves and vines and jumpy things and badniks and vines, crushing blocks, and that's basically it. Yeah. It's more of a jungly cave theme. Kind of. God, what, this guy, stop hitting this block? Really? Really? Well, god dang it, I always end up pausing here. But, well, the next zone, I'm not really thinking of it, but, I can't remember what the zone is, because I wasn't really thinking of this review through. I was like, hey, I want to do another review. Oil Ocean Zone, this zone. Oh yeah, this zone. It had a remake in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. Why Episode 1? Why can't it be Episode 2 like Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Anyway, stop enough of my complaining. This is painfully slow. It's like Lost Labyrinth. It's like Labyrinth Zone, but different. More spikes. Oh, sorry, that was my mom. But there's got badniks. And if you jump on, you have green platforms. When you jump on them, after a little while, they go up. I think those return in Sonic Lost World. I think I saw them on one of the Frozen Factory zones. One of the Frozen Factories. And at the bottom, they have spikes. And there's not actually very much in this zone. It's more of a factory ruins kind of oil. And they have oil in this zone. It's just, there's not very much of it. Kind of like a Lost Labyrinth Zone. No, not as much water as Labyrinth Zone, but it's pretty quick and stuff. So I like this zone, and also the water makes it annoying. So the next zone I think is Death Egg. I can't remember what this zone is. Stop buffering, you stupid. Okay, Metropolis Zone. Actually, it's not the last zone. I'm pretty sure this is. I thought this was Death Egg for some reason. Metropolis Zone, kind of like Chemical Plant, but different. It's got these spinny thingies. It's... What the heck? Oh, this guy's using a glitch. It's more of like a... It's like a... I mean, there's these thingies that if you press down on them, it's kind of like the things Super Mario 3D World where they have like a rainbow effect and they just basically completely annihilate you. Is this guy just annihilating the zone or something? It's probably because he used a glitch, but it's just my theory. Anyway. So yeah, this isn't actually very much about... I just forgot. Oh, there's two annoying enemies. Clawlip and Slicers. Ugh. Slicers for the life of me. So difficult, they return Sonic Lost World and a bunch of other 3D Sonic games, but they're painfully easy with the homing attack. Thank God. I mean, Sonic has definitely made it easier over the years. Thank God. Really, dude? You made Sonic have to blade act there. The second to final act of the game, Sky Chase Zone. There's nothing really to say about this level. All you're doing is standing on Tails' plane, killing a bunch of enemies, and that's the only area you have to move around. All you do is just jump and kill enemies for them. Sometimes it can be a little hard because you end up landing on Tails' head. Yeah. This is actually Sonic's plane because it says Sonic on it. Tails is really good at flying planes, and oh my god, this thing is creepy. I'm gonna make you ride me, Daddy. Wee. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, you kill Son and then you stand on them. A lot of these enemies you don't actually kill, you just ride on them, like Tails' plane. This is the only area, really, you get to stand on Tails' plane. Just that little bit of area right there. Oh, come on, plane. Stop moving. That little bit of area. Yeah, it's not very much, but still, I mean, at least it's helpful. It's just enough room for Sonic to stand on. And he just lost a bunch of rings. Yes, after Sky Chase Zone, I think he gets on Death Egg Zone. Yeah, he gets on Death Egg Zone. But Tails accidentally crashes his plane. Nah, crud. Yeah, that's it for Sky Chase. Now, the Death Egg Zone isn't actually very much itself. Hold up. Let me find a Death Egg Zone. The Death Egg Zone actually isn't too difficult. It's just, you fight off whatever the heck that thing is. Yeah, all you do is run into this room and fight whatever the heck that thing is, and then you fight the final boss. Not gonna show you that yet, because I want to show you the bosses first. That'll be in part 2. See you guys later. Bye! See you in part 2 where I show you off the bosses.